What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have some crazy news to cover today. So we have two things. First up, let's talk about some Lego stuff. So via Reddit, there's a rumor going around about a Lego Soundwave coming in 2025. TFW here is saying that the information comes via a Reddit user, Clay Bricks, who leaked several possible sets in 2025. There's no other details, so I guess, guys, take it with a grain of salt for now, but it seems like it is happening because it seems like every year now we get a new Lego set character. Last year it was Bumblebee, or no, this year was Bumblebee, last year was Optimus, and it seems like next year it is going to be our favorite little tape deck boy. And that'd be pretty cool. I'm not really one to buy these Lego collabs, but it would be really sick to see how a Legofied, if you will, Soundwave would look, especially with how they handled Bumblebee and Optimus. And it's going to be interesting to see how the articulation works on this guy, because if I remember correctly, Optimus, he was a bit of a brick. He pretty much had no leg articulation, and I think they improved that with Bumblebee, but I'm not sure on that. I really didn't pay attention to that release this year. So I don't know if they're going to maybe improve the mobility on this figure or what, or if he's going to come with any of his cassette minions. I'd assume he would come with maybe Laserbeak and Ravage, or one or the other, since those are obviously the more popular cassettes throughout the years. But who knows, it may just be him, but I'd assume they would want to get that tape deck feature and a cassette in there as well, make it feel more complete, and probably bump up that price a little bit as well, just to include that. And on to the meat and potatoes of the news in this video. Age of the Primes, Voyager class, Armada Red Alert, prototype images have leaked, people. And this is from this Chinese social media site. I think it's called Baidu, or however you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong for all my Asian viewers. But for Red Alert here, we have this one image of a prototype, and not really much to go off of. Can't really judge it too much. But what we see here does look pretty promising, I guess. This is a Voyager class, not a deluxe class, thankfully. This was my number one fear with the figure when they would inevitably do an Armada Red Alert, was that he would be a deluxe and possibly be a remold of the crankcase mold, which doesn't seem to be a case since he is a Voyager, and from what I could tell here. But there are some similarities in the design to how the crankcase cannonball mold looks, which is a bit concerning. The back section of the truck and the front sections look very reminiscent of crankcase's design, so I hope they're not doing any upscaling here and taking parts from that terrible deluxe class mold. I've literally only gotten Crankcase because it's freaking Crankcase, and I wanted him for my Scavengers crew from IDW. But other than that, the mold is horrible, and I don't want anything else taking from that mold, especially my guy Armada Red Alert, such an integral character in the Armada cartoon. So I don't know, there seems to be quite a few similarities here, but maybe it's just because of the nature of the designs. They're both truck van things, so it would make sense, I guess. But I'm fingers crossed, I'm praying to the figure gods that it doesn't share anything in engineering with that mold. Because, especially with the heads, I do not want a square Red Alert head. I cannot handle that again with how they handled Cannonball. It looks decent. The clear plastic crane headlight thingy there looks a bit questionable. I don't know how that's going to work. The quality of that clear plastic, how it's going to hold up over time. But we're going to see in a few months how it looks painted in the correct colors and stuff. Because obviously this is not the final colorization for this figure. It's a prototype. This isn't Piss Magnus. This is Armada Red Alert, people. So don't be judging the colors right now. So, I don't know, I really don't know what to make of this figure. Hopefully we see the robot mode at some point soon, because then that will really identify if this figure is going to be peak or hot garbage, because just based off of this vehicle mode shot alone, I honestly have no idea how this figure is going to turn out. Again, my fingers are crossed, but I'm a little bit worried, because I don't know, there's always been some sort of issues with the Armada updates. Even though they've been great figures, more or less, there's always some sort of issue that's like, why couldn't they have fixed that when they were making the figure? So I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see, but from what I could tell, the only really glaring issue I could tell from here is possibly reusing engineering from the deluxe crankcase and all that clear plastic for the weapon up top just to get the headlights in clear plastic windows is a bit ridiculous to me, and it seems very cheap and like the budget is a bit pinched here, but I don't know, I'm just assuming because I don't work in the toy industry, so I have no idea how that stuff really works. I just have a slight idea on certain things. It's like I always say in some of these videos when I talk about clear plastic, why can't we just either have inserts or just solid plastic painted windows on cartoon characters? It's not like it's a Studio Series live action movie figure. This is a character from a 2D cartoon. Why do we need clear plastic windows in the car mode where all we see is a bunch of robot mode kibble and it just makes the figure fragile and weak in certain areas? So I don't know, it's always been an issue with me that I think is a bit ridiculous. Like, I'm looking at my Armada Optimus on my desk right here in truck mode, and the top section is clear plastic just to have a more realistic look on a 2D animated design, which just doesn't make sense to me, but whatever, it is what it is. I hope we get to see this robot mode soon, and it looks good, and there's nothing to really worry about, because, I don't know, it could go either way right now. But hopefully it's good. So yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below, how do y'all feel about this new Voyager Red Alert image leak here? Again, it's a prototype, so hold your horses on judging too much. The only really glaring issue here is that big clear plastic weapon. So just ease up a little bit in the comments, guys. Let's not jump to too many conclusions here. But, you know, it could be peak. Who knows? It could be the level of Armada Optimus, or it could be the levels of Armada Hotshot, which I still think is a good figure, but, you know, he is a little lackluster compared to some of the other Armada updates we've gotten in recent couple years. But, yeah, and let me know down in the comments below, how do y'all feel about this new Lego Soundwave rumor? Do you think it's going to happen, or do you not next year? All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if you guys want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or irregular display shelves in your homes. You can either hit me up on any of my social media accounts or just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye!